Hey guys, this is Madoba John from MJC Designs. In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw this. A friend sent me this picture, this reference image. He wants to be able to achieve these curves, right? Like this, just like this. The slant and just the way this entrance is. He wants to create something like this and is finding it difficult to create. Actually, it's very simple. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you the easiest way to create this particular stuff without making a mess. Now, first thing first, we have to determine where we want it. So I'm going to use my model, this particular model to so I'm going to use this particular model. Okay, let's assume I want to create something like that for this model. All I'm going to do is, first off, I'll maybe get the appropriate measurement. So I'll just shift this back a little bit. Okay, that's Control H, shifting it back. And I want to create that effect here. So I'll just choose a particular point, maybe here, this middle right here. Okay, so I'll take it out. Now, this is mesh. I use mesh mainly for my site. I feel like it's easier for me to use. You can use slab if you want to. In fact, let me use slab for this particular. So I'm going to use slab instead. I'll replace with it a slab. That if you're convenient with a slab. So, okay. And take it down. And let's say 150 thereabouts. So let's see what we have. So this is a slab and take it down. So let's change the material to something like this. Okay. Okay, slab 150. Okay. So we can increase it to 200. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is we are going to create that shape right there. Let's say the shape should be around the width should be around 5 meters or 4.5. Depth should be around, let's say, 1.5. Okay, so this is good. Now the next thing we'll do is I'm going to take this part here and this part here. So I want it to be very equal, and I'm going to use line to, get the proper measurement out. Let's use this one. So we can use this hotspot to create something like that. Let's for instance, you want to use, just put hotspot here and then take it back by 1.5. Let's say 1.5. So that's the purpose of, you can use hotspot to create instead of using line. So I'll just take this hotspot, copy the hotspot. Okay, by now you should know how to copy. Control D for copy, and to make a copy is Control Shift D. So that's that. I'll take this to this hotspot and take this to this hotspot right here. All right, so next thing I'll do is I'll leave this hotspot here because I think we're going to need it. So we go to design, go to mesh, and of course, draw, click this, draw a mesh to take this shape. Okay, so I'm going to, since I have the hotspot here, I'm going to use this, click this spot, and click this spot. Now the essence is I want to create a node here. Just in case you forgot to do that, you can actually just click the face and create a node. Okay, so you can create a node. Now that's that. And the next thing we'll do is we will go to the 3D to see what we have. So this is it, and I'll change the material. All right, so I would make it a solid Okay, same measurement, 200. Okay, so I'll take this down. Okay, just click that node and select this, elevate mesh point. So take it down and take this down too. All right. So we have just successfully created this particular effect here. So the remaining one is to create that the kerbs. Okay. So we can even maybe add 30 to it. So we have maybe 50. Okay. All right. Then we add 50 to this too. Okay. We'll come back to that. So I want to hide this line. Just click this so you can hide it. Okay. That's fine. Having done that, we are going to create our kerbs. So I will use this is the most important part. I have done some experiments and I figured out that using this particular one is the best. So I'm going to use a beam, okay, beam. But first off, I'll go to option, right? Option, complex profile, and we create a profile for it. So I'll click this to create a new, let's say kerbs for ramp or something. Just name it whatever you want to name it. Kerb for ramp. Okay. Now that's that. I'll go to my document because I want to create a 2D profile. So from here, I'll start here. You know, our depth is 250, which is the depth of that slab we used, or the mesh. So I'll take it at 250 and the width I'll use 120. So I'll put here 120 and 250. Okay. Now that's that. So this is our profile for the kerbs. I'll make sure I fillet here, make this place a little curved, making it 6 or 7 or 8, whichever you want. Okay. Now that's that. And let's override and change the material to something. Maybe let's use this different. And then I'm going to activate the beam, okay, for it. Deactivate this because we are never going to use wall can never work for it. It's only beam or railing, but it is beam I want to use. Is as the perfect result. So just save it, right, and close. We've created a complex profile for that. So we go to our design and select beam. Then maybe by default your beam is here. So you have to click here, okay, and select this complex profile. So when you select it, you see this will appear custom, and then you click this and you look for what you created, Kerb for RAM. Okay, so what you do is you draw like so. Now first off, I'm going to draw from there to there, stop it here and continue. Stop it here. We can use our continuous beam. Okay, so I forgot to use that. Let's just forget about that and use this for now. Stop it here. The same way, stop it here. Just maybe stop this here. Okay, take this because we are going to break this. Just stop this here. Okay, because I've done this before, so there is something is supposed to be straight. I'm going to make sure it is straight. Just zero. Everything should be zero. Okay, that's zero like this. Everything should be like this when you're doing it. So I'll take this down. Of course, we are taking it down to this point. And the same thing, I'll click, just hold down your alternate down and inject the setting, that is control and alternate. So they are the same height. So this one right here, I'll take these two down take it down. So from here, I'll take it up again to this point. Okay. All right. So this is fine. Now the next thing we'll do is, this is the challenge. It is no challenge for these particular tools. That's why I chose this tool. Just all you need to do is just pick this edge right here. This dark edge, as this dark edge you're seeing right here, pick it right at the at this edge. Then select this will appear, which is the pet palette, and then you say modify angle, and then you make it end at the bottom here. Okay, the same thing applies here. So I prefer the easiest way to achieve a very difficult um, stuff. Some people might choose to use mesh, morph, and then it look messy. Okay, some also might choose to use roof to cut this and cut this, and then you would have to forfeit this curve right here. This curve that is here, you have to forfeit it because of the cut the roof has made. So I feel like this is the best to create this particular effect. As you can see, the curves is right there. The curves on the beam is right there. So now to get that open effect, you just have to shift it a little bit, like so. Maybe this is okay. And this, you shift it a little bit. This also, shift a little bit. Okay. This too, shift this a little bit. This, shift this a little bit. Okay. As you can see. So we can go ahead and maybe duplicate this, duplicate it. So I use a quick duplicate by multiplying, but I don't want to use that for now because I don't know the length of that. Let's just use this. It's not much. Okay. The same thing goes. So having done that, I want to put the road, change the material, reduce the thickness, and change this one to maybe darker stuff. Push it down. Okay, so I'm going to maybe take an elevation from here. So from this point, so I can see. So guys, as you can see, this is basically how to create this particular effect. Okay, as you can see, it's simple. The curves on the edge are right there intact. So this is how to create this particular effect. It's very simple. Guys, if you've not watched how to create this particular 3D from start to finish, I'll put the link somewhere in the video. So just go and watch it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.